I'm on here only to sincerely apologize to all the lives that I have affected, as well as I'm on here to let the young generation know one mistake, one idea, one lust thought can put you in a situation like I'm in. You feel me? As long as my daughter has been taken care of since birth, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't meant for the internet. You know what I mean? So it made it to the internet. You know what I'm saying? And we're here to address it. She is my daughter. I stepped out. Me and my wife reconciled. We're still together. We're still doing what we do. That's not gonna change. No matter what is thrown out on the internet, no matter what is going on. Man, the wife, we bossed up, you feel me? This shit ain't going nowhere. The wife ain't going nowhere, you hear me? You know what I mean? I'm a real nigga, man, with a real woman, you feel me? So this shit ain't going nowhere, you know what I mean? I fucked up. I'm paying for it. I pay for it daily, though. You understand? I've been paying for it since my child was born. You feel me? Because I had an outside child that wasn't in my house. So I couldn't raise her the way I wanted to raise her. You know? I couldn't give her all of me. You know what I'm saying? But I tried. And I did the best. And I'm still doing the best. You feel me? She's bright. She's brilliant, you know? So I'm just here to clear the smoke, man. To the Taylor girls, I apologize for y'all having to step out of character and do what y'all had to do. Trinity, I apologize to you. Money, Kai, I apologize for putting you in this situation. And, you know, Mike, you know, I apologize to you. Me and you, we talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? So me and my son, we gang. You feel me? Me and my son gang. Me and my girls are gang. Me and my wife is gang. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? It happened. I'm not here to bash her. It happened. But at the end of the day, this some Taylor shit over here. And we about to go up. Ain't no going down. We don't go down. What I mean by going up, we're going to get stronger. We're going to get closer. I really do apologize to my wife and her family because y'all didn't have to go through this. Y'all didn't have to be humiliated like this. But at the end of the day, I am human. I was young as hell. And I was rich as hell. No excuse. I was young, I was rich, and I was wild. You feel me? Yes, I was married. Young, rich, and wild. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we talking about something 17, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That happened. And again, I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm not here to do anything but take responsibility for my part. I'm not going to point the finger at nobody. I'm pointing the finger at myself on my portion, on my part, what I did. But one thing I'm going to always be real on. This shit don't never come off. This shit here has never came off this finger.
And let's talk about it. She's talking about her mama pretty hell. And my mama fine as hell too and still got that nigga. Fuck is we talking about? Like, let's talk about it. Like, I ain't like that little sick ass shit, but we gonna let that shit slide. Okay, this is part one of me.
Think she winning. Look at her. She ain't winning. He not a prize. Are y'all okay? She did win. She got the nigga.
Tom really just spit the fact. You know why? The wife. You go, girl. Yeah, you stayed with that man. He cheated on you 15 million times. You survived. You a strong woman. Yes, I want to be just like that when I grow up. I want to marry me. Yeah. It don't matter. You know why, y'all? The wife. She got the ring. She the main. He come home to me after he eat your cat, bitch. Yeah. The main. Y'all see that big rock on that finger? Oh, it's shining, friend. Yes, friend. You need me to beat that bitch ass, friend? The wife.
With the Taylor girls, explain why a lot of you bitches are stupid as fuck because y'all was looking up to y'all stupid ass mammy. Ty and Deja both just got on this app and said they mom is winning because she got the nigga. Your mom is winning, but your dad had to step out on her to be with somebody else. Not only was he having sex with her raw, he was shooting up her club. Then y'all trying to get him brownie points like, oh yeah, he was there for her whole life. It shouldn't have been a baby being made while he was married, supposedly happy. Anyways, and the fact that y'all think she winning because she's with a nigga who stepped out on her, not only stepped out on her, had a baby. That's why Ty and Deja both give loose screws. That's why they be with niggas who be dogging them out. That's why they don't care. Because they been looking up to their motherfucking man. And this why a lot of you bitches is the way y'all is. This why y'all be like, as long as a nigga know where home, man, it's cool. Because that's what your mama taught you. Your mama taught you the wrong motherfucking shit, bitch. Like, that explains why they both stupid as fuck. Well, my mama won. No, your mom looks fucking stupid. Being tied down to a nigga who stepped out on her.
Okay, the siblings going back and forth was one thing, but the mama then came out here, y'all, and she done said that the wife don't even know the full truth still to this day, and the kids apparently don't know the truth based off what they saying and what she hearing. She know they had to lie to them. They had to lie to them kids. The mama not wrong for getting on here and defending her daughter. She not wrong at all. And I love the way that the mama came on here. She was very, mature about the situation. She even kept from saying certain things that she know that could ruin something. She gave credit to the dad. Like, she was being real with her daughter, basically saying, like, that's their stuff. You don't have to be involved. You got your own family over here. Your daddy mess with you. That's the only thing that matters. Yeah, those are your siblings. You want to have a relationship with them, but they gonna stand with their mama. They're gonna stand with their mama. Like, her mama didn't tell her nothing wrong, but her feelings are valid. They shouldn't say no wrong either. It's just her delivery. You're talking to your sister, your little sister. To me, I'm getting the vibes that if I didn't know what was going on, and I still don't know what's going on, but if I didn't see what was going on the internet, I would think she was beefing with a stranger the way she's coming. But I've also seen Daisha videos when she's talking to other people, even her siblings that her mom had, like Ty and Trinity. She talked to them like that too. So it's like, it's not right, but it's like, that's just her. That's just how she talk. That's her delivery. That's very understandable that, that is a sensitive topic in their household. It's been going on for years. We just not finding out about it, but they've been knowing about it. But about the mama, now I ain't gonna lie. Once a man cheat, you have to get the on for real, because especially if you have a baby on you and you're not gonna be okay with that, that's wrong. Because if you gonna forgive that man, you have to really, truly, wholeheartedly forgive that man. You have to be okay with everything that come with him, including that baby. And when it comes to leaving a man, I know it's way easier said than done, because at that point she had like 4 kids with that man. Supposedly the little girl and Mike are the same age, so they was either pregnant at the same time or not too far apart. And baby, I don't have no kids. It's still be hard to leave a nigga sometimes. So I know if you got a kid or kids, it's a little hard, but like, it really do be the best thing to do, because as women, sometimes we just cannot get over that shit. Personally, I don't think the little sister is coming from a point of wanting clout. I don't think she care about the fame. This is just me speaking as an older sibling. Little siblings, they love their older siblings. It don't matter how big the age gap is, like, especially if it's an age gap, because they look up to you. It don't make it no better that they are like really, really known. They do cool stuff. They got music. They create content. They the talk of the town, pretty sure. Like, she like, oh, they're my siblings. Like, yeah, they're my big sisters. Yeah. Like, she probably got that type of attitude. Not that she want to be on camera. And she did say, like, they did leave her out of videos and she probably would have wanted to. But that's any little sibling. I don't think she was, like, clout chasing. But all in all, I really just feel bad for Mama Taylor, and I really love her. Like, I used to watch their videos all the time, and I loved when they was all in the video together, or when they was doing a prank on the mama. Like, I just love her. She seems so sweet and just she is so funny to me. Like, I'm always laughing at Mama Taylor. So I just can't imagine her like thinking about this and just being sad. Like, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Yeah, hopefully they done bringing this stuff to the internet, because honestly, like Trinity said, like, sadly, the sad truth is this ain't nothing uncommon. Like, this is very common in Black households. Like, literally. I know people personally that's going through this or has been through this and experienced this. Like, this shit just on the internet and y'all just know. So I also hope that they can rekindle or build a relationship with each other. Hopefully the internet don't get into the little sister head. Hopefully, like, the stuff that the little sister done said don't get to the other siblings and they just be like, I don't want to do with her. I don't think the daddy gonna allow that, because he looked like he, you know, want his kids to get along. He loved all of his kids. Like I said, Daisha's delivery was a little harsh, but she was saying that, you know, they can build a relationship if the little girl wanted to. So hopefully they can do that. Hopefully they stop coming at the little girl crazy, because I don't want her mama to get on here going crazy, because the mama did say she is real Atlanta, and this was the nice response. The next response is going to be given very much Atlanta, and she don't play. Papa Taylor got some explaining to do. He don't got no explaining to do to us, but he got some explaining to do to them kids, because they sure got on here talking like they just knew what was going on. And then mama came on here and said that, nah, baby.
No shizio, no shade. There's no way I can ever accept a man that had a baby on me, because I will be exactly like Mama Taylor. We about to get into it. What I'm confused about is the child has now came out to say, oh yeah, I am here and I didn't feel included in this and this and this and this and that. But all the problems are with the Taylor girls, not the daddy, not your mammy, but the Taylor girls. You can be upset, and it's really being portrayed as jealousy. That's the only way that I can see it, because it's like jealous, like, damn, you know, I'm their sister too, and I didn't blow up, because the Taylor girls were blew up before Trian was even like of age. I've been watching Taylor girls since I was younger. So I knew that it was just Ty and Daisha. Trin came around, you know, like came onto the platform more the older that she got. But she didn't start off like that. So if that's what you wanted to do, I completely understand Daisha, and that's why I like Daisha, because Daisha is a real ass bitch. I don't give a fuck. She gonna be real. She be real about the sister that she grew up with in the same house as them. She don't let them call bullshit either. So why would you think as an outside child she gonna let you play some bullshit? Especially when a situation is already tender. And not for nothing, I definitely can see throughout the vlogs when they should be like, oh, when her and her daddy be getting into it and the way they be getting into it, because it's probably a special irritation she got with his ass, because you my daddy and I looked at you like a superhero and you played my motherfucking mama and I know it. And that's probably why she be giving him shit like, be quiet, boy, this, that, and third. And be like, you know, being nice, nasty to her daddy the way she do. And that explains the way she feel about Quick. No, I'm not rushing into no motherfucking marriage, because my parents been married how long? And this shit that happened is stuff that we don't know, that we judge her for and we bash them for. Y'all always like, get married, get married, get married. But her mama was married. Her mama was happy. Her mama had how many fucking kids, did everything she was supposed to do, and she still got cheated on. So all of it now is coming to fruition. Now the mama didn't come out, don't come for my child. Mama Taylor doesn't know everything. Girl, she should have just shut up, because it's just adding more fuel to the fire. Oh, well, she still doesn't know the truth, and she didn't want to talk to me for the kids. She should have talked to me, and I invited them. And if I'm the wife, I don't want to be fucking bothered either. Because to me, you the side hoe. That just is what it is. There's no other way to conform it. You laid up with my husband and had a child. And realistically, I'm going to believe the person I'm having sex with. Even though they lied to me, I'm having sex with you, I'm having kids with you. So honestly, I really don't want to talk to you. Because if he told me whatever the fuck that he could have told her that made her stay with him and continue raising her kids, no, I don't want to know the lies he told you. I don't want to know what the fuck y'all did, when y'all did it, how y'all did it. Only thing I know is he cheated. That's just it. Knowing all the details not going to do shit but add more pain. Realistically speaking. It's not going to do anything but hurt her feelings more and make her resent her husband even more. You can't do nothing worse than have a fucking child. I'm sure Mama Taylor got a brain. And she like, I can put together in my mind what the fuck you done told this lady. I don't want to talk to you one-on-one. I don't want your kid at my house. I don't want to be bothered with that. Because I got married and I had my kids the right way to avoid shit like this. So no, I'm not gonna place blame on Mama Taylor either. And I'm damn sure not gonna place blame on the motherfucking kids who was raised in the 2-parent household and know their parents for who they know their parents for. I'm not about to be like, oh, they should include her. They should do this. For what? For what? If the child got her own family and she raised her own family and her daddy in her life, that's the only thing that fucking matters. That's it. That's it. Whatever them kids give to her, whatever they do with her, that's their business. And even now that people pulling up the footage and they like, oh, she was left out because she didn't have matching pajamas. That's her daddy's responsibility. If you can go pick that kid up on Christmas, then you need to make sure she had whatever the fuck she need to have to feel included. It is not Mama Taylor's job to kiss her ass. Do I think Mama Taylor should have kissed her ass more because you did allow her to be around? Absolutely. Because I feel like just don't have her around me if I can't fake it. Me personally, I know if a nigga have a baby on me, I can't accept you because I'm not going to feel how you want me to feel towards that kid. I'm going to hate your ass, and I'm not going to hate the kid, but I'm not going to want to be a mother that I know that I can be to it. And I would never accept a man back that wants to have his kid around and is going to have his kid around. I'm going to look weird at you if you don't have your kid around, me personally. But I know that I can't. I'm not going to be able to look at that thing. I'm not going to call her a thing. But I'm not going to be able to look at that child and be like, my man, my fucking husband stepped out on me, had this whole human with somebody else. I can't stomach that. I can't look at you like that. And I probably wouldn't be the best version of myself because it probably would chew me the fuck alive to look at her in her face and she looked just like her fucking daddy in a mix of her mama. Me personally. And I'm woman enough to admit that I wouldn't be able to do that. So I would just leave the nigga. But she got 5 kids, 5, 6 kids. How many kids wrapped up in this? Daisha said she wasn't working and she just wanted the best for her children. And some people do that. It happen every fucking day. On the social media, it's about a bunch of fucking 10-year-olds that ain't never experienced life, don't know shit. On here, somebody cheats. Girl, live some fucking life and see what the fuck going on. Ask your mama if she ever been cheating on. Okay, then shut the hell up. But the mama coming out to say, oh, my kid don't know. Girl, your kid's 17-year-old. If she got a man, if she doing this, if she doing that, girl, she know. She know. And it's nobody's place, not the Taylor girl's place. No, once you got grown enough to get on this camera and say, yeah, well, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, to make it like you bashing them and not your motherfucking daddy who lied to your mama apparently, now it's up for discussion. Now I'm about to talk about it. I don't know you shit. There's nothing wrong with that. Them girls don't owe her shit. Her daddy owe her everything. That's it. That's the only person that owe her daddy and her mama. So I don't even know what we talking about it for. I'm with Daisha. You should have never got up here and said shit. You should have continued living your life. And if you had a problem with us, you should have said that to us. That's it. The mama like, oh, well, I invited them to parties and the mama didn't want them to come. And so fucking what? Did I not just hear what I just said? You is the side chick. No, I'm not bringing my kids over there. If the daddy do, you said Mimi was able to come when the daddy brought him, and that's the only thing that you can ask for. The mama don't got to be bothered with that kid at all. You restarted, you had more kids, great. But she's still looking for that validation from the Taylor girls. She feel like she lacking still something. And that's something that you need to work out with your child. Not the Taylor girls, not on internet. They don't owe her anything. And everybody realistically just need to get off the internet because it's not going to do nothing but make Papa Taylor and Mama Taylor be more separated. Because like Daisha said, my mama ain't even healed from this shit realistically. She ain't healed from it. And it ain't going to be what you online. You talking about some oh yeah, I'm not going to say this, but she doesn't know the truth. He lied to me, but she doesn't know this, but she don't know. All that shit messy. The only thing you should have got up there and said, listen, mom, don't say shit about my child. I'm going to tell my child to stay off the internet. If that wasn't what you going to say, then you could have stayed your ass, driving your ass to work and not saying nothing, period. Because you coming on here to drop little inklings like to make Mama Taylor question Papa Taylor is just weird and messy as fuck too. That would just realistically make me not like your ass even more. So yeah, I think it all should be off the internet. But the lady coming on here, she's 17 and she doesn't know how to speak on internet. Yes, she do. She know how to set up that camera. And the girl said it. She said, I would have spoke about it a long time ago, but I didn't have enough followers. That show you right there. That her ass is looking for clout. She's like, oh, I got the followers now. I'm about to tell half-ass story or whatever your mama side is. because she don't know Mama Taylor's side, and she can only know her side from her mama being a side chick, and the side chick here usually always get less, and that just is what it is. When you sleep with a married man, whether you claim to have known or not, we never will know. We never realistically would know if Papa Taylor said, hey, I got a wife, I'm still about to bang you. We ain't gonna never know that shit. Of course, no side chick ever, when realistically, well, now being a hoe is a thing, but when have a side chick ever said, oh yeah, I knew about the wife? Nobody does that. Nobody does that. So realistically, she gonna say, yeah, I was lied to too. They always say that. They always say that. But whatever. She know about the wife now. You can't expect nothing from that lady because realistically, you ruined her family. I don't give a damn. You ruined the family. And you knew once you got pregnant and you had that child for a year that they didn't claim and didn't want to be bothered by, you knew how that shit was gonna go. And that's just it. That's just it. You say, oh, well, she knew about her since she was one, so she should have changed her opinion. No. You asking too much from that lady. You can't ask nothing from that lady. Daddy was there. Let the daddy be there. Keep that kid off social media unless she gonna be... she telling her experience, but her experience is from an outside child. What's your experience? Your experience don't got nothing to do with the Taylor girls. Your experience got to do everything with your mama and your daddy, and that's just act. That's just that. Just stay off social media. Probably, more than likely, she gonna try and make a career out of this shit like they always do. Anybody come up off a little bit of drama, they gonna try and make a career. But realistically, I tell my child, live your life. You going to prom, you going to college, leave that fuck shit where it's at. And as the mama, tell your 17-year-old ass child not to be on the internet talking shit, because then when them older sisters come back and say what the hell they gotta say and all they trolls start trolling, is she ready for that? That's when the parents need to start parenting. And that's just that. Now, Papa Taylor said he may have cheated because he was young and rich, but he said he ain't never lied. And that wedding ring ain't never came off. So you know what that mean? Know what that mean? That means somebody lying. Didn't I say that the mom was like, oh yeah, she don't know the truth? Everybody was lied to. He didn't came out and said when he came to ATL, he was young and rich. He brung his wife, he brung his kids, and everybody that knew him knew that he was married because his ring ain't never came off. And neither has Mama Taylor's. But didn't I tell y'all, nobody's going to admit to being a side chick? I told y'all that. I literally told y'all that. So Papa Taylor said you wasn't lied to. So we're just going to leave it at that. You made your bed, and now you got to lay in it. Period.
That shit go, let that shit die. But y'all motherfuckers kept coming. And she was even going to leave it alone. She talked to two of her siblings. They had whatever discussion they had. And then one decided to post. And that's fine. Do what they do. That's their life. But just know that all parties were lied to in the beginning. She did not find out about it, about Micaiah, when the kids was the oldest two, when they were in high school or whatnot. Their mom knew since Micaiah was 1 year old. And what they chose to tell their kids, that's them, that's their life, that's their family. Micaiah grew up as the only child on my end until she was damn near 10 years old. Kai, once she met her siblings, she did want to come stay with them. She asked her dad. He kept saying he had to ask her, he had to ask her, he had to ask her. She obviously told him no, that Kai couldn't come. He even tried to include Micaiah in the very beginning of this, before things got to where it is now. But he was, it brought heat tension between them because her family did not know about Kai. And obviously they didn't know up until y'all just found out. So her family didn't know, so he was protecting her, and that's okay. He fucked up, and he's supposed to protect her.
Okay, boom. A lot of the shit that my sister said on that live, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck she's talking about. For one, I had no clue that she stopped coming to my house because of whatever allegations she's trying to say. This is my first time hearing about that. I don't know what she's talking about. Not once did she ever watch my child, so I was confused about that as well, because when did you watch my child? When did you ever be left alone with her? Unless I done bumped my goddamn head and caught amnesia, I don't ever remember you ever being left alone with her, except when you was at the mall. So if you're talking about when we was in the mall all together and I walked away for a little bit and you kept her for a little bit, I'm not understanding that. Next, y'all gotta understand, I wouldn't even be who I am today if my mama wouldn't stay with my daddy. Yes, my mama should have left. I still feel like to this day she should have left. But at the same time, I can't never fault my mama for staying with my daddy, because at the end of the day, my mom and my dad both made sacrifices. My mama made the biggest sacrifice. My dad put in the time and the work for me and my sister to be where we are today.
You know, I always say that it's important for people to stay out of other people's marriage. And, you know, they're not the ones who put their marriage out here. Other people did. And this is what I've been saying for a long time. It really be a lot of these supporters and followers and subscribers and stuff that be in a lot of these influencers' business without them even asking them to be. Somebody snooped per usual, and now they got all their business and their trauma out here on the internet when it shouldn't even be on the internet. But since they're influencers and their content is lifestyle somewhat, now they got to talk about it. The husband and the wife has got past the mistake that the man made. And yes, it was a mistake. Cheating on your wife is a mistake. But a lot of people are taking it out of context, saying, oh, he's saying his child was a mistake. No, he's saying he shouldn't have stepped out on his wife. That was a mistake. You know, he's taking accountability. And with people, you're never going to please them. This man went on the internet, admitted his faults, continuously apologized to his wife because it's who it affected. And everybody is just having too many expectations. So I'm about to unpack everything real quick. And it's probably going to be a part 2 because there's a lot of stuff. One, the husband stepped out. He made a mistake. He owned up to it. He didn't do it again. He kept it moving. The wife decided to stay. That was her choice. That's just like when y'all be getting mad at Cardi B and getting mad at a lot of these women who married, or Queen. Well, no, Queen's not married. Scratch that. A lot of these women who are married who decide to get back with their marriage. Like when Xavier goes back and forth with Big Homie Blocks, they're married. That's their toxic marriage or not toxic marriage. It just fits for them. It works for them. They like it. I love it. That's their marriage. They decided to deal with that. So people are like, oh, yeah, the mama's stupid. She stayed. A lot of y'all stupid. She stayed. The mama made the choice that was best, that she felt was best for her. She made a sacrifice, and it ended up turning out really good for her children, to where they have became successful. The father was in all of his kids' life. He wasn't a deadbeat to nobody. So, you know, the kid is already here. I don't know what a lot of these women expect, but they, of course, are going to take the opportunity to say, see, it doesn't matter if you're married or not. No, just because you can't make it to that point, don't do that. It's just justifying your bullshit. Yeah, he stepped out. We don't know why he stepped out. They're saying they've been together since she was like, what, 16 and he was 19, or he's 10 years older, whatever the case. But they got past it. This is new to y'all. It ain't new to them. But it hasn't gotten fixed yet. So I think this is like the universe's way of trying to get them to come to some type of togetherness to try to mend that. So hopefully they get that resolved. But talking about the mama, dude. Now, I haven't watched the Taylor girls personally. I haven't been subscribed to anything that they do. I just start seeing them pop up on my TikTok about this situation because it got out of hand so bad that everybody's talking about it. And from what I am seeing in the beginning, I get a lot of energy from a lot of women, like they were anticipating and waiting for something like this to happen to the Taylor girls. It gives like a jealous spirit, like I've been waiting on this moment. Oh, good, they're not perfect. I think the problem with a lot of people is they put people on a pedestal. Like even with me, when I do my stuff, do my content, speak on things, people put me on a pedestal. Some people put me on a pedestal to where they be like, oh, you think you better? No, you put me there. My opinions and my morals is what it is for me. Y'all put me up there. So when you guys get a person y'all don't like or an opinion y'all don't like, y'all get shell shocked because you keep putting people in godlike positions. The Taylor girls never said put me in a godlike position. People did it to where they got, well, not everybody, but people subscribe to their channel, and then there's just some people who I personally feel like is jealous of his family. See, women know that there is a jealousy out there. There is a competition out there with a lot of these women. This is why women who are popular, and even there's a YouTuber on here who got unalive now. I haven't heard anything about this YouTuber since, and I'm not going to say too much, but I personally feel like that was planned of what happened to her, and her friends was jealous. Has it been proven yet? No. Shanquilla Robinson, I bring her up all the time. People is jealous of her. Women there's a lot of women who have this jealous spirit about them. That's why it ain't that many friend circles. You can go on TikTok and say, oh, there's a lot of women that don't have a lot of friends. There's a reason behind that. It's because some women you just can't kick it with because it be some jealousy there. And when I'm looking at the comments and looking at people's reactions to what's going on with these people, you know, it's like they I got one up over her. When in reality, these girls had no control of what their daddy was doing. None of them, not even the little sister. None of them had control of what their daddy was doing. Their daddy was doing what he was doing. And then as far as the baby mama of the sister, she gives a lot of entitlement. She gives a lot of just side chick behavior. And you can tell by when the dad was talking, he's just like, oh, man, why the fuck do that? You know, he loves his daughter, but at the same time, he like, damn, that hard lesson, bro, hard lesson. That's what he gives. And she just gives this vibe. Oh, there's a lot of things that they don't know. I'm pretty sure you knew that man was married, you know, and he might have told you she was gonna leave her for you, and you thought, you know, you was different or whatever. Like even saying stuff like, yeah, she wanted to move with her dad, and he said he had to ask. Like, you had this expectation that everybody was supposed to fucking throw out the red carpet for you and your child because you was out there having it with a married man. It don't work like that. Like, you could see the entitlement of her. Like, she has this expectation of something, and she better be lucky he was one of them type of dudes who would just skeet and skedaddle. You know, so that's funny in itself. And then it gives a bitterness, jealous spirit, because she's like, oh, they don't know everything. And it's like, damn, bitch, you just gonna keep poking and just saying, shut up. Why are you even speaking? Like, if you didn't want people to speak on your daughter or whatever, you should have took your daughter off the internet. Or you should have said nothing at all. Or you should have just said, you know what, y'all leave my daughter alone. I'm going to keep her off the internet, whatever. You want to put your 2 cents in. Oh, and they told them, like, why? They told them in high school. I don't know. She knew since she was 1. Why do you need to display that to them? Because now they feel like they being lied to, and you causing more hell in that family. And I know the husband's like, damn, I just skeeted in such a raggedy, trifling, hyena-ass bitch. Because a lot of that information she could have kept quiet. It just gives me malice vibes with that. And I hope the family heals from that. But if they gonna do something and reconnect and be cool with that sister, be cool with that sister. But if that sister got anything of that mama in her, I'd be very careful of that situation. Which from what I'm looking at, it seemed like it. Honestly, because she gives a sense of entitlement as well. And if you go, she has a YouTube, she has a beautiful voice, she know how to sing. Who's to say she did want to be a Taylor girl and she got a voice and she see her sisters be big and she wished that could be her too? It could be all of that. Now, let's get on the topic of Deja, because everybody wanted to come for Deja about how she was coming at a child, right? And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, if she grew up in the house with her, would it be any different? Because I don't see Deja not talking to any of her sisters like this. Is it supposed to be different because she's a child? Because I'm pretty sure she talked to the brother like that. Like, I heard a lot of people say, dang, she was acting like that wasn't her sister. That was somebody off the street. Are y'all just be fake? Do y'all like know like real life? Because the sisters I've seen and came across and know, they go at each other's throats. My daughters, they fought all the time for no reason. So it just looked like sibling shit to me. I don't know what y'all talk about. It looked like sibling stuff to me, and it looked like she not trying to sugarcoat nothing, and she wants to find out the truth. But here's my opinion on the whole thing as a whole. It's really none of their business, as old as they are, what happened between their mother and father. It's not. This is why kids shouldn't be in parents' business, because it's really not their business. It's none of the children's business. Because it's not their hurt and pain and burden to bear. The mom chose to stay. The mom chose to do what she wanted to do with that situation. It's her fucking life. And she looks like she's happy within the decision that she made. He, from my understanding, when I'm looking at what I'm reading, he hasn't done it again. He was very remorseful of the mistake that he made. And they moved on. And it's just like, this is why you can't really listen to a lot of people on the internet, because they give such piss poor advice. Oh, it shouldn't have never happened at all. It shouldn't have never happened. You're right, but it did happen. And since it happened, the mother did what was best for her, her children, and her life. And that's her choice. Would I do it? No. Would you do it? That's your decision. But a lot of different married people do different things. There are some women, married women I heard, who wouldn't mind their husband stepping out because they just don't feel like doing it. There's women who are married to a man who has multiple wives. Like, you can't tell nobody to do what they want to do with their marriage. You just can't. It's their marriage. And that's what she decided to do. And I just feel like everybody having an expectation of Deja and her other sisters to embrace this child with open arms. That's not their job. If they want to do it, they want to do it. If they don't, they don't. But like I said, from what the receipts that are being brought to my attention and then what I've seen on the internet, she looked like all she did was hit him up for shit. She did. And they have receipts in their phone. That's why they saying what they saying. It's like they don't not have receipts. They have receipts, fundraisers, this, that, and the third. Even with the prom video that's out floating around, she had Ty's car. So it's just like, okay, well, I felt left out. And I just think that's a bad approach, because honestly, the younger sister is developing subscribers and followers and all this stuff off of her older sister's name, because she's a Taylor girl as well, but not in the right way. It's because people feel sorry for you, and you don't ever want to gain a following or support system based on people who follow you, because that's just a trauma bond situation. I think it's very toxic, and as beautiful as her voice is and as talented she is, I hope somebody grabs her and say, listen, everybody, and like the dad said, everybody needs to apologize to each other and handle this shit off the internet. Let people talk about this shit for a couple of weeks and they forget about it just like everything else. And y'all handle that shit behind the scenes, because you don't ever want to have, again, subscribers, supporters, or followers because they feel bad for you. Because then people be the weirdest ones. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a part 2, because there's so much to unpack, because I didn't even hit everything I wanted to hit. So I'll talk to y'all later.
We in a no hyena zone. Anti-hyena zone.